Hey guys, just hanging out. Thought I'd vlog a little bit. I've been vlogging a lot lately. I don't really know why. I just can't help myself. It just keeps happening. So wearing my new top I got, and I got my new hair. I got my hair did, and I'm wearing leather leggings. Can you see? Oh my god! Look at my shoes. Come on, these are amazing shoes. Look how amazing shoes are. They're, I believe, made of hemp. It's a Lisa Claiborne brand, and it says Maraca, made in Korea. Yeah, I don't know, but they're awesome. I love them. They're so like laid back. They make me think of hanging out on the beach and like having a nice smoothie or something and just relaxing, and they just make me feel all nice and warm and tingly inside. It might actually get kind of warm today, like 40 degrees, which is a freaking heat wave here, at least as of late. So that would be kind of awesome, but I'm not counting on it. Like, there's a possibility it might be in the 60s the day of the Lord of the Rings party, which would be amazing, but again, I'm not counting on it. I'm preparing for having like indoor and outdoor stuff. Sorry, I'm tying my shoe because I had to untie it to put it back on. Yeah. Love my sneakers. I thrifted them. Really, Dory? Did you thrift those shoes? Yes. I thrifted those shoes. Like, that's news to people. I thrift and things. So, I went thrifting the other day, and it was so much fun. Like, I hadn't thrifted. It was an epic thrift. Like, we found so much stuff. There was like so many things we ended up having to put back because we kept finding too much stuff and neither of us had enough money. I had like $30. I spent all of it, including the extra change that I had that I was saving. It was gone. But I got some awesome stuff for the party, and I got my daughter a couple shirts, my son some shoes. So, I mean, I'm not completely selfish. I didn't just use it all on me as much as I would have liked to. But, you know, buying things for my kids is fun for me because then I get to dress them kooky like me, and they have no choice. But yeah, like that stag sweater, if it would have fit me, like, well, if I would have tried it on, it would have been like a tube top on me. But my god, that thing was awesome. It's actually a little big, but Nora's wearing it today, and I think she's going to look freaking fabulous. I have music playing in the background. I don't know if you hear that. This is Pussifer. I think this is Tumbleweed. I really like this song. It just sounds really folksy. I was very surprised by it because it's not Maynard's style at all. He went very, you know, like, I don't know how to describe Tool. Tool like rock, but it's like internal, emotional rock. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to explain. It moves you because you're just, you know? And then there's A Perfect Circle, which is kind of like a softer version. Like one of my absolute favorite songs. God, I can't remember the name. How horrible is that? It's like my favorite song. Well, I really like Vanishing. That's a good song. Really haunting, and he's got an amazing voice. It's so underplayed. Like, he doesn't really do a whole lot with it, but he just sounds awesome. He puts you in another place, that's for sure. Which is probably why I've enjoyed their albums, and I keep enjoying them for so long, or whatever project he's a part of. I just can't help myself. The sounds, they escape and you just go to a whole nother place. Like if you're feeling angry or I guess down or depressed, like that's the kind of music you want to listen to. At least for Tool and maybe Perfect Circle. But I don't know, Pussifer is kind of a little more upbeat, which was surprising. Like there's kind of like a rap song, like a couple of rap songs. I'm like, really? That's not really sure how I felt about that. I'm not upset. Just confused. And I just now recently discovered them, like, because my friend Amanda showed them to me. Not Tool and A Perfect Circle. I've known them since I was in, like, middle school. Yeah, because I'm crazy. Like, pretty much, like, 8th grade, I think. Because my sisters would listen to them. That's the cool thing about having older siblings, is that when they, they're older enough to like know what's good music. Well, hopefully. And like I got really into Korn and stuff like that. Not the newer stuff. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. They just kind of, not really sure where they like went all dubstep, and it's weird. I'm like, you don't need dubstep everything, everybody. I mean, seriously, like. You don't need to dubstep every single song in the world. It's not needed. Sure, there are some songs that are dubsteps, and it's awesome. But you just don't have to do it for every single thing. Like, I don't get it. But I really liked Korn Untouchables and Freak on a Leash. Those albums were really awesome. And Adidas, I kind of like Adidas, but not so much. It wasn't one of my favorites, but I had some good ones on there. But I would just listen to them. I would listen to Tool and Korn like all the time, and I'm like, I'm such an angsty teen, but I'm really not. I was like the most bubbly teen probably ever. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna listen to Korn and Tool and like paint my nails and talk about boys. That was the kind of girl. That's the kind of girl I am. I don't really listen to like angsty music that much anymore. I mean, I'm not really depressed anymore. That's a good thing, right? I do sometimes, but it's not like, it doesn't rule over my life. Now I just kind of listen to Lana Del Rey and like this song. I don't know if you can hear it. And then I also listen to a lot of Fleet Foxes and Lumineers and this woman named Birdie who does some pretty awesome music. She did like 2 covers, one from Fleet Foxes, and then another song from Bon Iver, Skinny Love. I liked her version a lot. I mean, I liked the original, but I really liked her version too. She also did a song in Brave, which I thought was pretty awesome. That's how I discovered her, because I was like, man, I really like this song, and looked it up from the soundtrack, and then I discovered all her other music, and she's really amazing. And everyone's always like, are you really into Lorde? No, I'm not. I like her song, Royals or whatever, but I'm not in love with her. Like, I don't think it's really that great of a song. Like, yeah, it's kind of cool. I haven't really heard any other stuff, so I can't really judge by album-wise, but that song, it's like, everyone's like, it's the most amazing song in the whole entire world, and I'm just like, yeah, it's okay. It's like, I'll listen to it in the car, but I'm not gonna, like, go find it and, like, add it to all my playlists, because I'm super obsessed with that. You know what I mean? I don't get why people are so obsessed with that. I guess people say the same thing about Lana Del Rey. Like, my friend Amanda really hates Lana Del Rey. I don't think she just doesn't like her voice. She says she sounds like really droll and dull, which I get that. I can kind of understand why people would think that or feel that way towards it. Her music. But I really like it. I feel it's very like soulful to me. I don't like all of her music. Some of it's a little out there for me. Like, it gets a little poppy and weird. But I really like her. I like the droll ones. I like the really long and exasperated, and she just seems so alive and bored at the same time. Is that a thing? That's a thing, right? Of course it is, because I said it was. So it's a thing. I apologize. I don't know what that was about. I got bored, I think. I'm sorry. So I have a little bit of a dilemma. I can't decide if I want to... Okay, so originally I was like, I'm going to be Samwise Gamgee for the party. That's that. I'm just going to be him. I don't care if Amanda decides to be Frodo again or not. I'm going to be Sam. That's my thing. I have the costume. I think it's a fucking amazing costume, and I plan on wearing it again. And then I had this idea while me and Catherine were thrifting, and I was like, no one's ever done a dwarf wife, and my husband's going to be a dwarf this year. And I was like, dude, I might need to be a dwarf. I was going to get like a fake beard because apparently they're hairy women and you can't decide if they're a man or a woman. And I thought I could be a bearded lady and that would be really freaking cool. And then I was like, I have a vest. I mean, I could probably do something. I mean, I don't know if you ever really see a dwarf wife in anything. So I could probably pass it off, right? Maybe. I don't know. Like, if I can't find anything in my closet, I don't want to buy anything for it, except maybe a beard. But if I can't find anything that looks right as a dwarf wife, then I'll probably just be Sam. But I thought, I feel like I should try at least, because Adria's going to be a dwarf this year. And I was like, how funny would that be if I was a dwarf wife? I'd be a girl this time. But I don't know. I really like being Sam. I like being a little fat hobbity guy. Because it's cool. And I don't have to try to be fat. Because I'm kind of chubby. That was a slander to myself. I really don't have body image issues. I'm comfortable with myself. I promise. I'm a grown-up girl, too. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so something just happened to me. I got a knock at the door, and it was the UPS guy, and I was like, oh, or was it FedEx? Whatever, it's a person delivering a package, not in a sexual way. And I'm like, oh, hi, and he's like, can you sign for this? I'm like, sure, and then he was like, wait, hold on, do you have to be 18 to sign for this package? Like, he was talking to himself, looking at the package, and he was like, are you the only one here? And I was like, just me and my husband, and he goes, oh, you're over 21, right? And I was like, yeah, and he's like, can you sign for this? I just realized, I think he thought I was, like, 16. I think I was just like, instead of like, he's like, that's a compliment, right? And I'm like thinking to myself, no, kind of. Like, I wasn't like, oh, he thinks I'm young and I should be pleased. I was more so like, I'm a grown-up too. We're grown-ups. We're both grown-ups. I'm a grown-up like you. I'm grown-up.
Hey, are you old enough to be on the internet?
Am I old enough to be on the internet? No, I'm only 24. I'm not used. I mean, do I dress not like a grown up? I got a bow in my hair. Was that the cause of it? What is up with my hair?
We kind of match.
We do kind of match.
I kind of blend into the couch. So it's just nice.
Oh my god, just stay there all night and see people sit on you.
This isn't lock, stock, two smoking barrels.
Are you a chair? We don't know. Am I Am I a grown-up?
I'm a floating head.
I'm a grown-up, right? I look like a grown-up. Don't I? If I'd been wearing mom jeans and a polo shirt, I'm sure I would have looked like I was in my 40s. But I don't dress like that. Bitches.